Alright, I know I already did like a song shit, but I promise y'all, like, I'm not trying to be like a song tuber. I was kind of interested in this one because rare do I see that I see my whole song. I hate Sonic Frontiers. I'm like, thank you. Sonic Frontiers ass. It is. It's not good, y'all. I'm sorry. Yeah, there's so many Glazers because of recently buys and shit. It's like, didn't it come out like 3 years ago now? Something like that. Oh
So,
my god.
Sonic Frontiers. This is a strange game because the longer I play
What we
this
got,
game and the
man?
longer we're stuck with it, the more my disdain for it grows. I want to start this video off with a couple of disclaimers and prefaces or whatever. First of all, if you like the game,
Fuck them if they like the game.
that's fine. Genuinely, that's okay. I like it to a certain extent even.
But you said, but like your video's called I hate Sonic Frontiers. Why start the video with like, oh, I like it, like fucking pussy?
If it's your favorite game, I may have questions, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. It's just a game. There are a lot of things to talk about with this game, so it's inevitable that I leave some things out, either on purpose or by accident. I will forget to leave out certain positives about a thing I deem to be largely a negative. It's just how it is. I'm not perfect. But with that out of the way, Sonic Frontiers. Now you may notice that this video is in 2026, and the game has now been
There
out
it
for
is.
over 3 years, so why am I now choosing to make a video on this game? Well, to put it simply, my thoughts on this game have changed a lot
Wow.
over this time span. When I first played it, I liked it. Quite a lot, actually.
lot?
However, after that initial playthrough, my opinions on this game kept getting more and more negative, and recently I felt as though my enjoyment of the game reached an all-time low. So, here I am, 3 years late. What a strange game. So I want to say first off that the concept of an open-world Sonic game is absolutely perfect.
Seriously, Sonic did not look fast there. I'm sorry.
I've never seen a franchise better suited for this format, period. Just the concept of having this large playground with intentional
What? Dude, what the fuck? Open world. Because that Breath of the fucking Wild. Like, literally, no one talked about open world until that fucking game. They don't give fucking Brutal Legend its fucking roses. Or even Jag 2. Or even like the Jack series like that. No, like, ever since Breath of the fucking Wild, that shit ass game. Everything gotta be open world, or else I don't like it. Like, that shit is so ass, dude. I hate
platforming
that shit.
challenges scattered around, all built to accommodate Sonic.
And it's like they didn't execute on it. I wouldn't have fucking given a shit about what y'all say if the game wasn't good. I mean, if the game was actually good and
Sonic's
shit.
moveset is a dream come true.
Like, I had no issues with it.
Unfortunately, this is not that open world Sonic game I dreamed of. It's a damn shame too, because back in 2021, I was yearning for an open world Sonic game, and while I
Why?
enjoyed that initial playthrough just because of the fact that I was playing an official open world Sonic game, I realized after that, oh wait, that's not what I wanted, like, at all. I'm gonna say real quick, yes, I know this game had no budget, yes, I know time crunches exist, yes, I know the team was small, but I'm not judging
The team was small though. It had no budget. I'm willing to like bet it had a budget of like at least over 20 mil. What was that going to marketing? I saw some shit. The most expensive? Wait, hold up. Yeah, even people are saying most likely over 100,000. Like, hello? I can't find it.
the game with the benefit of the doubt. I am judging this as a $60 Sonic game that wanted to be seen as a AAA game. Real quick, if you don't hate me by the end of this video, consider subscribing. I want to hit the biggest issue I have first off is that this game is not really a Sonic game. Now, I'm not here to sit down and have a large discussion on what is not a Sonic game, because when you really get down to it, it's a completely arbitrary set of rules that have already been broken for decades, and plus the whole argument is largely null and void because if a Sonic game exists, that means it's a Sonic game. I hope you get what I mean though. Sonic Frontiers does not feel like a Sonic game. It has very few things from prior Sonic games, and the thing it does have, like the boost, work entirely different from how it did before. Now, while I have my gripes with boost games, the thing I'll always give Gens, Unleashed, and Colors is that they knew exactly what they were. Narrowing it to Gens and Unleashed, the boost in those games existed as a gimmick to make Sonic go extremely fast. That right there is the
But yeah, just like just so I note this, I will eventually do uh the boost has been getting worse over time. But the fact that people really want it to be spammed all day, every day in every fucking Sonic game, being obvious, I told you just how saying the Sonic fans are.
Primary function of the boost. The gimmick of the boost games as a whole is that Sonic runs really fast.
Well, not just that, but like Sonic gets power from various means, killing robots, rings, not just the capsules,
The only exception to this is colors, as it's
and
easily the
tricks.
slowest out of the boost games, yet it's aware of that and instead focuses on platforming more so than reactionary based level design. But even then, you still had moments of spectacle where Sonic would go really fast. So the core idea was never lost. Frontiers ditches this completely and uses the boost as a run button similar to Lost World. What? And
They
boosting
really
doesn't even
don't.
make you go ridiculously fast either.
Like it's so bad to where people actually found the need to actually mod that in to make Sonic faster.
Now, this wouldn't be a huge problem. After all, I did mention earlier that Colors was noticeably slower, with more of an emphasis on platforming. The problem is that Sonic Frontiers has zero emphasis on platforming. As a matter of fact, it's the second most automated game in the entire franchise, right next to Forces.
Second most automated, and y'all stay front about automation in every Sonic game. What does I tell y'all?
An open world Sonic game somehow is the second most automated game in the franchise. Let that sink in for a second. Because of this, this game retains exclusively the bad parts of the boost formula with none of the parts of those games that made them good. You don't go fast, and because of this, the reaction-based aspect of the boost formula is gone, because as long as you can jump once in the span of 5 seconds, you'll be fine. But there's zero substance to the platforming in this game either, so this has none of the appeal of a boost game. Now obviously you do need the boost in this game because it was built around it, but just because it's necessary doesn't mean it's good. This game should have ditched the boost in favor of gaining speed via momentum. Except, ew, gross, momentum, am I right?
Only Sonic fans can like can like make the word momentum sound cancerous. Like I just showed you just how toxic the fans are.
I mean, who wants to be rewarded for actually interacting with your environment in a meaningful way to gain speed, as well as retain it to create a continuous flow state throughout these islands? Holding a button that instantly puts you at max speed so you don't have to put any thought into your traversal sounds way more fun, right? I get that momentum has sort of become a negative buzzword, but this style
That's it again. That's I only hear that
of
in the
Sonic is
Sonic
straight up
community.
suited for it and much more. Now, don't get me wrong, running through these islands can be mindless fun from time to time, but I'm sorry, you can't tell me that using your environment to gain speed and maintaining it wouldn't be so much more fun, engaging, and rewarding. And this sort of ties into what I'm talking about, so why not bring it back into Zach's favorite talking point, player expression. Now, the first thing I'm gonna hear is that Sonic Frontiers does have player expression, and yeah, it does have a little bit of player expression. Every single Sonic game does. However, when you compare it to most Sonic games, mainly the classics, no.
The classic game. Again, I'll get to. I need to do a video about the classic games because y'all stay glazing it. Like, dude, it's not. They're not even that good. What the fuck?
It really doesn't. The most player expression exists in these islands is spin dashing off a small piece of terrain that can act as a slope to get crazy airtime. Is this fun? Sure, absolutely. However, other Sonic games have this as the bare minimum of player expression. In Frontiers, it's the peak of it. It's a single action that you perform the exact same way every single time. You don't need to approach it with speed because, remember, no momentum. You just get close to a slope-esque thing, angle yourself up for just a split second, and spin dash. That's it. And it's like this every single time. Player expression is at the core of what makes Sonic games fun to replay, and it doesn't exist here. The only reason you're going to boot back up Frontiers is to run around these empty islands for a bit, and to replay Cyberspace, which, oh yeah, Cyberspace. I don't even have much to say about them. What else is there to say, really? Watered down versions of actually good Sonic stages that completely ruins any purpose they once had. Now, not that the original Cyberspace
So yeah, a bit of an. I get why they did it. It's like being. This whole game's a massive like nostalgia bait. It's the fact that we lack original levels is a big issue too. It was a pretty solvable issue when Sonic Mania. I don't have the ratio on me, but there weren't that much of new stages. Let's just say that.
Space stages are much better either.
They're probably
So,
like
unless you're a
5.
masochist, you won't be going back to this game for cyberspace. If anything, you'll be going back to the islands, which also, get this, aren't very good. These islands can be divided into two parts essentially, the terrain and the platforming challenges. Did you know that originally there were no platforming challenges in this game? That's right,
What?
apparently they weren't even intended. The only reason they were added is because
Oh, that explains how they look last minute. They're just random blowing platforms with no rhyme or reason.
playtesters
Okay?
had the common sense to tell them that running around an open field with nothing to do isn't very fun. Insane. Now the platforming
Yeah, you want an open world.
challenges obviously make this game better, there's no beating around the bush, but they still are really bad. The best part about them is that they exist. The worst part about them is pretty much all of them suck. They're all just rinse and repeat spring, rail grind, rail switch, dash ring, dash pad, objects swapped in different orders to make for different level design. Because of this, each and every one of them are extremely bland and forgettable. If you can, think of a single bit of open world level design you like. If you can, great.
Tuh.
Now think of 3.
Funny.
I bet you can't without really thinking for a bit. And if you can, I'm gonna bet that none of the individual sections are above a 6 out of 10. Another problem with these platforming
How about
challenges is
5?
that they are completely separate from the terrain. Why? This should not be the case. Now, while don't get me wrong, I think it's totally fine to have some floating rails and platforms from time to
But like most of the time, like it's pretty inauthentic platforming. Like, how many times have I seen Sonic, even in this footage, just bouncing, dashing in it, like, and just like rope running off of random platforms after floating in the air?
time. This game is exclusively floating rails.
It's like, dude, like not even SA2 had that shit. Like, not nearly as much. It's like, dude. Yeah, even Sonic Gems does a good job with that. Like, it's not all random platforms. Like, layers are going off of actual hills and shit. Like, come on, guys. Freaking clips and shit.
And platforms. I hate that the terrain and platforming sections are usually completely separate from another. It makes both of them feel pointless. You could put any of these platforming challenges anywhere else around these islands and it would feel the
would not make a
exact same.
difference.
Whereas, let's say
Exactly.
you had to terraform the environments into platforming challenges, then you wouldn't be able to do that. These sections would stand out more and be more unique. And guess what? By terraforming these empty islands into terrain that accommodates a Sonic built for momentum, you would regain player expression. I think one thing that just drags this game down so much for me is the fact that they made an open world Sonic game with the least amount of player expression in a mainline Sonic game. I can't believe that. I am astounded by that. I
Yeah,
truly
because like they were like, I got y'all. This is how the boarding room meeting went. This is let me make sure. Okay, let's just say like Izuka walked into the boarding room meeting for this game to like pitch it, and then he was like, Mr. Nicholson, we need a Sonic game that is a open world platformer, and we need that because Zelda Breath of the Wild was successful because of the geniuses. Yes, the geniuses in Nintendo's dev team. We need to replicate that so we can have a whole lot of funding and a whole lot of sales for future Sonic games. Especially for yes, a shadow game that someone pitched me. I'll come back to that, but we need the funding for it, Bishop Nicholson. We need something. Bishop Nicholson, I've got it. What we will do is have, since we are so low on the development time, we will have random platforms. We will have a combat system where you match to win and give the each and every player, each and every character, 12 moves that can be spammed, even a upgrade where you can just hold down the attack button and be able to attack anything and everything with an easy counter. Ho, are you a genius? That's how it went, dude. Bro. Zuko was like, I am a genius. Like, dude, no. Oh, it's so
I don't
ass.
hate this game when you ignore every other song.
And then borrowed like ship it out in like a really poor state. No, damn well they need at least several more gigs of patching.
Sonic game. When I played this game without thinking about what could have been, or
We don't
without
run
taking
the
the
glitches.
franchise's history into consideration, I thought it was good. Had this not have been a Sonic game, well, I wouldn't have played it. But say I did, I don't think I would have hated it. I would have played it, been like, that was alright, and moved on, because that's what I did initially when this game released. But because it is a Sonic game, because it's linked to over 30 years of games, and as I get a little older and think a bit more critically, it genuinely upsets me that a genre so perfectly fitted for Sonic did absolutely nothing that made the concept so appealing. This is not an open-world Sonic game. It's just an open-world game. You can only lose so much of the plot,
That was a thing for Sonic, though. I thought Sonic was a spectacle platformer, like we've seen, and I'll give you 5. So I mentioned 1, 2, Generations, Unleashed, and Colors. So I know where where you got that shit from, man. I'm sorry. Now, as a fighting game, now we have something. Because as a fighting game, dude, these Sonic characters have a lot of shit on them. Like, people do not realize how versatile these motherfuckers actually are. I saw I picked up a sword and he was on some Dante shit, and he was like, "You can do all this shit with it. You can do this and that. You can do okay." Shower. Oh my god, shower with the gun. Huh? Yeah, I like that. I like that. I can hover with it. I like that. I like that. Yeah, I can actually aim with it. Say they're mad adaptable is the fucking mechs. Like, dude, you gotta be so adaptable to even operate that shit.
many philosophies the series has or once had and make me appreciate this as a Sonic game, because I just can't. I cannot appreciate this game. When I play this game for what it is, I don't love it, and when I think about what this game could have been, I hate it. Let's talk about combat for a second.
This game could have been. How about, and then the combat is fucking baby mode. And I'm not joking with that shit. So, is that your only issue, man? Okay, let me hear him out for the combat part.
Now, I'm going to keep this a bit brief, as I don't think I'm the most qualified to talk about this style of combat. I haven't played many games at all that this gameplay style is clearly trying to replicate. I've never played a DMC. Nothing.
And never played DMC. Wow. Very. Sound mad qualified now.
Like that. This doesn't stop me from having gripes with it, though. Now, the most obvious thing is that the combat is very basic, and there's pretty much no point in mixing up.
Basic or baby mode. There's a mad difference. It's like there's in between where the fuck's going on and like I don't know. Okay, I got one. There's a mad difference between where it's going on and like Azur's Wrath and Anarchy Reigns. Like it's so different.
Your moves when you can just spam A. Just another reason this game has horrible player expression, by the way. And while these are obvious problems, I think a problem I've started to have is that combat does not flow with the rest of this game. At all. Ideally, combat in Sonic should be quick, flashy, and most importantly, it shouldn't stop you. When I'm running on Kronos and see an enemy, I just run past it, because guess what? I want to keep running. I think it'd be the coolest shit ever if I could keep running, keep moving, as I'm beating their ass. Let me get close to one of these guys as I'm running and fucking grab them and throw them in front of me.
Nope.
Make it so I can fight them as I'm running, or at least make it so I can do that if I'm good enough. Also, you know what'd be really cool? Make it so I can use them as traversal abilities. There's this really neat fan game that released recently that does something like this, where you can—
And then the fan games, dude. Do we even need to get started? Those fan games carry hard.
essentially use a badnik as a snowboard, and this is exactly the type of shit I'm talking about. Maybe
Bro, like that's also a DMC3 Dante shit.
you could take a badnik that is airborne and jump kick off of him to gain extra height. Just shit like that would feel euphoric. I don't think combat in a Sonic game is a great idea, but I do think if you hit a very specific sweet spot, it could work insanely well. I'm not too sure how to transition into this next talking point, so I won't. I think the Sonic fandom is way too complacent. The second they play a game that's good enough, they want
how you were when you first played this game, but anyway.
to shut out any arguments or negativity surrounding the game because it's good, guys, you're crazy. I think the problem a lot of these people have is that they don't take a look at what could be improved, or what could be better. So they take a look at the game they enjoy as the best case scenario. I bet there's a lot of people that
so nearsighted. And they won't like admit it either, even though like I still remember the motherfuckers from me hard about when the Instant Forces came out. Oh my god, man. Forces is so not good, it's not even funny. Forces ass, booty cheeks. And then Infinite booty cheeks. That nigga finished. Like now I'm trying to like remember this like one quote. Like as long as the people can remember how the way things were, they're always loyal people. I remember the fucking quote. Basically, these people can't think about what things can be. Like they again nearsighted.
that know about people like me who want to see momentum in an open world Sonic game and don't really care because, well, it's already good enough as is. I hate that people settle for this. I guarantee that the second we get a Sonic game that's truly above average, you will see people saying, wow, this is so much better. I can't believe we settled for this. People would like momentum in their
pretty much when I'm with Sonic Shadow Generations. There weren't much faults with that one.
open world Sonic game because guess what? It's really fun and rewarding. If you like Frontiers, I
guess what? They did a good job with the momentum.
Genuinely cannot fathom you disliking a potential sequel where everything I've actually said happens. This whole mindset goes past just the gameplay as well. Not really related to Frontiers, but I've seen a lot of people grow really annoyed at the model discourse because they think the current model isn't that bad. I'm telling you right now, if they introduce a new model that's actually good, these people will turn right around and say that exact thing. I can't believe we settled for that model for so long. It's complacency, and it's killing Sonic discourse. I see people constantly defend.
Thank you, man. Because we've been having this model literally ever since fucking Colors or some shit. That's about 2 decades of the same model. Yeah, people. It's old now. They're saying some shit about the model. It's freaking plastic styrofoam. Not styrofoam. It's freaking Labattelle ass model. Like, hello, man.
Frontiers off of the basis that it saved the franchise, or it's so incredibly
no, it didn't.
Well, while both of these things are nice, they have absolutely nothing to do with the actual quality of the game, and I'm tired of seeing them being used as.
And it's like, people, you can sell the fuck out of a shit ass product no further than fucking Fairy Tail. One of them Alabama mangas.
Actual points in an argument when they mean nothing. Sonic 06 sold incredibly well, but you aren't going to see people use that to make an argument on why it's a good game. Now, in this video, purely focused on negativity, why don't I wrap it up with some genuine positivity? Be warned, nothing in this game is perfect, so there will be backhanded compliments. The first thing I like is the gameplay loop itself is actually pretty perfect. It's simple, and I think that's great for a game like this. Run around.
What? Run around, get rewards. How about you just fish all day and you can literally get everything? Because there's no stopping you from actually doing that shit. Not just like the stuff for like rewards, but like upgrades. Yes, this game has upgrades for some reason. You can get like all the upgrades just from fishing. It's stupid. It's so fucking dumb, man. Like, why is that a thing?
Do challenges, get rewards for completing them, use the rewards to unlock a Chaos Emerald, rinse and repeat. It's a very
but it's like you also mash to win. That's all this game is, honestly.
Very seamless gameplay loop that keeps things constantly engaging, and it's immediately understandable. It rewards you for just doing stuff, which is how it should be. I think the Titans, while insanely shallow combat-wise and poorly choreographed, are still really cool. I really don't mind hype moments and
also, like, y'all are just gonna ignore the fact that Super Sonic is still invincible. He ain't kiddable. Like you can't hurt him. All he needs is rings, and he's good. That you can't beat him. so it's like I don't know why the times they're even trying, man. What? Why I think that was a good idea. Like, hell, it's like look. I know there are like been multiple boss fights where it's just that we're talking about an actual combat ass supersonic boss, like bosses, where it's bad combat centric. Like y'all tell me, how boring is it gonna get with how each and every boss you fight, while you're invincible, it can't harm you. Yeah, what's Challenger? Not back. Not back. Is that it? Like, dude. The fact that I have a time limit, I can just like heal a villain. That's the challenge. Really?
Aura when it's contained like this. However, we still need actual gameplay next time. The atmosphere is amazing, the set pieces are incredible. Even now, I do think
it's like okay, visuals, but like the gameplay is kind of jank here. I'm not gonna lie. It's a mash fest too. That struggle overall from a performance standpoint.
they're still really cool. Well, minus the final.
Dude, it's like, dude, y'all see that? He's missing. This game still needs patches. He's aiming at he's doing the freaking breakdance slash attacks on the ground. Like, Saul should not be doing that. What's he aiming
because it
at?
forgot the combat in this game sucks and tried to make an actual good
He's
boss.
aiming away.
It's the worst in the game. But I do think these bosses are really cool. They still stick in my mind, even to this day, regardless of what I think of the gameplay. I think the wall run is cool. It's a shame they never use it in any real meaningful way, though, and it's usually just used as an automation set piece. I think Knuckles is written well.
I don't give a fuck. Knuckles don't do shit in this game. What the fuck are we talking about?
Bad, to be honest. And that's about it, I think. I'm not being, like, overly negative to push the agenda here.
What agenda? That Frontier sucks? It's like, that's not much of an agenda. Man, it's like, yeah. So we still have a case of where what about the negative like reviews for this game? Like, what did he say? Yeah. What can the hell is this? Tell me, what can the Sonic fans say about the negative reviews? Actually, point out a whole slew of shit. It can even be in the slander territory. What can they say about it? Nothing. It should be like, oh, you guys full of shit. That's it? This game's so good. He's just full of shit. That's it?
I cannot think of anything else in this game I like. Or at least like enough to mention. There's probably a lot more stuff, positive and negative, I could talk about, but these are some of the main things I wanted to...
Dude, this guy's flip-floppy. What the fuck? Just say the game sucks. It's not hard to do, man. Even with 06, are you going to say the same shit about 06? Because I would come back to him and tell my father that was on that shit. Like, because I'm like, dude, that shit made no sense. How you going to say, I hate Sonic Frontiers, and not even sound like you actually hate the fucking game? At most, you're like, yeah, I've just coming back to this game. That don't really tell me much, honestly. Like, what? Like, what are we talking about, really?
Talk about, and most of the things that come to my mind. Sometimes I make these videos and realize after the fact that, oh, I left out some shit I was really passionate about. I don't think that's the case here, though. If I didn't talk about it here, I probably talked about it in my Frontiers 2 wish list, which you should go watch after this one. I hope you all enjoyed. Subscribe if you liked it. Subscribe to my Patreon if you can.
I'm not subscribing. You're a fucking cuck. Alright, so, that's it for this nigga. So, yeah, make sure I comment. Hot Take Central. I'm out. This guy full of shit. And we're out.